the World of Warcraft Shadowlands. So I know, you're not a WoW player, um, but you know me. I've been a WoW player forever since 2004. So
Yeah.
this is what I do. I want to tell everyone what I do. So I played WoW so much that I couldn't play it anymore. And the reason I couldn't play it anymore was because it just all became the same, and I just got bored. I put thousands of hours into it, uh, months of game time, and so what I do now is I wait for every expansion. I buy every expansion. I play every expansion. So that's what I do now. So I'm not a hardcore player anymore, but I do play every single expansion. So I just wanted to kind of go over this. So first off, I wanted to let everyone know there is a beta. If you go to the website here and click beta opt-in, you can actually apply to get in the beta. So I actually did that. Um, so the beta is actually coming up soon. So basically, the game is that Sylvanas, this lady right here, she's one of the leaders of the Horde. She opens up a void into the afterlife known as the Shadowlands. And so after she does that, players can now travel between the land of the living and the land of the dead. And so that's kind of what encapsulates this expansion here. So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to uncover a plot to destroy the universe. So that you're literally going into the afterlife to figure out this conspiracy to destroy the universe. So there's 5 new zones. Those are listed here. Bastion, Ardenweald, Maldaxtras, Revendreth, and the Maw. There's a new giant player city, Oribos. So this is going to be the central hub of the game. And the main centerpiece of the game is the Covenant system. And the way that the Covenant system works is each Covenant pertains to a zone. So there's 4 zones, and in those 4 zones you play through the story of each Covenant. And so the player will play through all different Covenants, and then at the end you'll be able to choose the Covenant that you feel fits you the most. And so when you join a Covenant, you gain access to a sanctum, which is basically their kind of headquarters. You get unique Covenant abilities, and you unlock transmogs and amount. So that's the main system. Now, one of the interesting features of this expansion is they have something called soul binding, which allows you to meld with souls in the afterlife. And when you do that, you actually can gain abilities from them. So you get to work with some of the legends from Warcraft from back in the day who have already died. You get to go into the afterlife and work with them. So that I actually thought that's pretty cool. And they are adding a new dungeon called Torghast Tower of the Damned. And this is actually this is something different for them. This is a RNG dungeon. It changes every time. And you can play it solo or you can play it with a group. So it's basically like procedurally generated. So every time you start, it's something different. So I
Yes.
thought that's pretty cool. And then for new players, they'll need to hit because there's always a question every time WoW comes out with an expansion because the leveling is insane now. But new players, you just have to hit level 50, and then you can enter the Shadowlands, and you can play from 50 to 60. So, that's pretty much it. There's there's a developer video that they put out. So if you want to get into like the nitty gritty, I suggest everyone go watch that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. So,
You've convinced me. I'm getting this right now, day one. I'm kidding. But funny enough, I actually play Final Fantasy 14 the same way you do. In that, like, I wait for an expansion, and then I play the expansion, I get my fill, and then I move on, and then I stop playing for a while
okay.
until the next expansion.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a perfectly reasonable way to play these games. Because I mean, after you put thousands and thousands of hours in, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, am I just gonna like keep playing this same game over and over again, or am I just gonna come back when there's new content? So